Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to see what you need to know right now for this next month or so. I'm doing this reading on the 17th of June, but whenever you come across this reading, there could be a message here for you. See what my Cancerians have going on for the next month or so. If you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. How are you doing? And also, happy early birthday to anybody who is born in June. Should be an interesting month, Cancer. Show me clearly what's going on. We have masculine energy. It flipped itself in the reverse. Interesting. Sorry, I have like an itch. What's going on for Cancer? Card explosion. Hold on. Balance. No kidding. Right? Masculine energy in the reverse. Something needs to be brought back into balance. Maybe it's saying too much. A little bit too much. Needing a little bit more nurturing, softening. It's funny because as I was getting ready today, I was like, I need a little bit more softness. So I purposely was like, I'm gonna wear pink. I put a little flower in my hair, bring in a little extra feminine energy. Nurturing, right? Nurturing with masculine energy reverse. We also have change in the reverse. So, and then balance. There's something you have been struggling with. Some sort of changes that you've been struggling with, or if it's not you, it could be somebody that is around you or connected to you in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to pull a few more. I'm getting the image of like a pendulum swinging. So it's like soon it will, like whatever your situation is, it's going to move in your favor. If it's been like an uphill battle, very soon it's going to be like easing, or you make it to the top and now you glide down. Something like that. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. Right? Okay. We also have signs and intimacy. I'm sorry, there's stuff on my table. Okay. Spiritual bath is at the bottom. You are needing to cleanse your energy. You may actually literally spiritual bath. Take a spiritual bath or be near a body of water. Cancer, your element is water. You probably should like get somewhere near a lake, a river. If you live near the ocean, go out in the rain. Do a little rain dance. Spiritual bath. Do some kind of cleansing with water with your element. I think that would be very healing for you. You could be trying to figure out where you and another are taking your relationship. Like, which way do we go from here? Intimacy with signs. And in this case, it says risk, opportunity, and safety. And it's kind of like you're trying to figure out where are you and another going? Where is this relationship taking us? Is it safe? Is this more of a risk? Is this something that is not sustainable? Do you feel safe enough to actually be open and vulnerable and bringing in that deep connection and like showing your side that most people don't get access to? Because let's be real, you're crab shell. You protect yourself. You're very careful of who you let close to you, who gets access to your softer self or like your vulnerable self. Like Cancer, you guys, there seems to be a shift in your energy taking place, and especially with masculine energy, or for the masculines watching this video, there seems like there's an imbalance. So I don't know if you've been overdoing it and like pushing. If you have been constantly leading, being initiative, like starting something. If this is in a relationship, perhaps you may feel like there's an imbalance in the give and the receive. Maybe you feel as if you've been overextending or reaching out way more than you have been receiving. Maybe you've like pulled back your energy and you're like, I'm going to just kind of tend to myself, tend to my needs, tend to my garden, nurture myself. And maybe you're recognizing like someone around you isn't changing or improving. Or showing up in the way that you're needing. There's a situation here that's much like heavy balance is needed. Like something is kind of off, a little bit wacky. And the change that's required is something's needing to be brought back into balance, brought back into harmony. But you're like, well, in which way? How do I go about that? How do I do that? Nurturing with change in reverse. It's kind of almost like you're watering a dead plant, some of you. Right? No matter how much water, how much sunlight you give it, the plant's dead. It ain't coming back. You're best off planting some new seeds and starting over. Some of you, right? Masculine energy in the reverse. What was another thing I was getting from this? This feels kind of like wounded masculine energy. I feel like someone's feelings are hurt, but maybe they're in denial or they don't want to admit it. Ego and pride could be getting in the way. Someone doesn't want to ask for help. Masculine energy with nurturing. Maybe there is like a masculine person in your life and they're kind of struggling, but they refuse to admit it or let anybody close to them. But the thing is, you can't change them. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you can't change nobody. You can only change yourself. You can inspire others, you can support others, but ultimately at the end of the day, you can't love someone, you can't nurture someone into changing their core beliefs, their core ways, like, you know. So maybe this is a sign or this is a message to like stop chasing or pursuing those that aren't pursuing you, or putting in that mutual effort. Because I feel like you're nurturing something, you're putting all this care, all this tender care and love and intention, and nothing's changing. You're not seeing any improvements. And then therefore it's creating an imbalance. So in order for there to be balance brought into the situation, you got to take a different direction. You got to take a different route, a new approach. And that's what's actually going to bring you closer. At the end of the day, however things transpire, that's actually, especially this is in a relationship, that's what's actually going to bring you and this person closer. And it's kind of almost like opposite, right? Reverse psychology. But that's what I'm seeing here. By you taking a different approach, by you not chasing or not forcing or not initiating as much, that's actually what's creating a closer bond, or it's just like redirecting you to better people that are more aligned with you. Even with the intimacy card and the umbrella, they're holding umbrella, protection from the rain. So it's like, I feel like no matter how things play out, you're being protected. Always. Everything is always working out for your highest good. But that's what I'm getting from that. Interesting stuff. Very interesting. And, okay, let me feel... Yeah, let's use this one. Okay. Show me clearly what's going on for Cancer. What the fuck is on me? I feel like... Sorry, I got like a loose hair. There we go. Get off. I hate that feeling. Alright. And I accidentally knocked this card. It is Hangman. This actually came out in my pre-shuffle. You could be viewing a situation through a completely different lens, or... Even if I'm saying, like, you need to surrender to what's out of your control right now. And I know that can be difficult, but right now it could be a time to just, like, pause, right? Stop doing. And that's the thing. We have Mercury retrograde in your sign this month at the end of June, to be honest. But we're in the pre-shadow officially. And it'll be in Cancer. So, Mercury retrograde is always a good time to slow down. Especially when it comes to communication with people, with ourselves, planning, traveling, stuff like that. Anyways, my deck's upside down. Let me flip it. What's going on for Cancer for this next month? Whenever you come across this, but for this next month. So again, I'm saying it's the 17th as I'm doing this. This may resonate throughout June to July 17th, like, or a month from whenever you're watching. This is going to be specific, ain't it? We have Justice with the Three of Wands coming out. Those are your first cards. And the Nine of Swords is at the bottom. So here you are. You're like overanalyzing. You're overthinking. But everything's balancing out. Everything is balancing out. You're going to receive some sort of news or some sort of confirmation. You are moving in the right direction. There's movement that you've been anticipating. Like, this isn't no surprise. Like, this is something that you were just having moments of doubt, or you were questioning, like, but what if it doesn't happen? What if, you know, all this is for nothing? It all comes crumbling down. Like, you know, Nine of Swords, you can't sleep, you can't eat. This is on your mind constantly. You're distracted. You feel uneasy. Physically, you're just, like, not feeling the strongest. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Empress, like, fear of walking away, fear of choosing a different path than what you had originally planned for, and the uncertainty. But the thing is, Eight of Cups to the Empress tells me that you're meant for more. There's more out there for you, or whatever that you desire, you will have, and more. It's just like, this seems like this is a necessary pivot. For some of you, you could be moving, right? That might be something that kind of comes up out of the blue. I'm seeing kind of maybe from now to Libra season. So end of September through October could be relevant for someone. But this is all about doing what's fair, doing what's right, and kind of leaning more logical than emotional. Not kind of. It's really just basing things off facts, not fiction, or what potential. But you're accomplishing something. There's something that you're achieving. There's something that you're finally overcoming. Look at how she's climbing to the... Well, she's not really... She was climbing. She's made it to the top of this rock or mountain, boulder. Like, you know, you've made it to the top of this level. There's more to come. But it is sort of like a checkpoint. You made it to the checkpoint. Catch your breath. Take a moment. Readjust, recalibrate if you need to. But I see the wheels turning in your favor. What's going on for Cancer? Show me clearly. Oh my goodness. And these cards today are flying. It is Page of Pentacles. Oh, just kidding. It's a Two of Pentacles in the reverse here. With the Nine of Wands. You've let something go. Feels like you were juggling a situation. You kept going back and forth, back and forth. What do I do? What do I choose? Which direction? How do I handle this? How do I maneuver? Emotions kind of fluctuating too. You also had a lot on your plate that you're just trying to maintain and find a balance. And as we can see, we got this little doggy, this little doggo, bringing a bag. And it's kind of like whatever that you were juggling or trying to weigh out options, whatever this dog has for you, you're like, oh, that's the better one. That's the better option. I'm dropping this. I'm dropping that. That's my focus. Something coming up about loyalty too. Dogs, man's best friend. Loyalty, man, woman's best friend. Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, Seven of Cups. So there are some illusions, and you're aware that there's some deception, some trickery. You're not seeing the full picture. There's some things that have been held from you, or you don't have all the information right now to make the best decision. So this could even be saying, like, I need to wait, I need to postpone, I need more time. There's something you feel you need to protect yourself from, kind of like what we were saying with the umbrella and the rain, like protecting yourself from getting wet. Getting involved in situations that have nothing to do with you, or it's just dragging you into the mud. This feels here like you got to keep your eyes peeled, or keep your options open even. I feel like that's what this is saying, keeping your options open at this moment. You can always change your mind. You can always turn around. You might choose the risky path, and then you're like, actually, this is not the right direction. Let me turn around. Let me take this one, opportunity or safety or whatever the fuck. You can change your mind. Something about this doesn't feel like permanent, like set in stone. You can backtrack. You could be wavering though, like going back and forth. Maybe just don't make any decision until you're certain. Or any big commitments, life-changing decisions. We have the Two of Wands, as we're talking about decisions, Two of Wands. 2-2, right? You might be seeing 2-2-2. For some reason, I'm thinking the 22nd. I don't know if it's this month, next month. Maybe your birthday is on the 22nd. Happy birthday to you, if that's you, little shout out there. King of Cups is in the reverse with the 2 of Wands. Okay. And then 8 of Pentacles and Wheel of Fortune. This is like, you gotta kind of... This is you shielding yourself from your emotions. Look at how in this 8 of Pentacles, he's protecting the gold, the gemstones from the rain. Same thing with the intimacy card and the umbrella. You're protected from the rain that could, it could ruin your hair, your outfit, get all wet. I feel like this could be representing you're removing your emotions from a situation. You're kind of like putting that on the back burner when it comes to making this decision, which we did say with justice and these 2s, this is saying you gotta be logical and reasonable here. Kind of have to, you be the judge, right? You may be also dealing with some legalities, an attorney, a lawyer, dealing with a lot of paperwork. You may have a hearing or like actually got to show up to court, suing somebody here. Okay. But the wheel's turning, and I said that. The wheel is turning. It's moving. We're seeing progress. You've found something. You've stumbled across something here. Keep digging. Keep on digging. Oh, look, and in this shirt, he has a little yin-yang, and we have that with the balance card. The synchronicities in these cards are wild. Okay. I feel like with this change card in the reverse, you've outgrown something that was hindering your growth. Okay. What's going on for... I want to call you Scorpio. You may have Scorpio placements. What's going on for Cancer? Maybe you're dealing with one. We have the Knight of Wands. And so something I was going to mention is we do have a lot of birds showing up in these cards. So in the 3 of Wands, we got all these little birdies. In the 2 of Wands, there's a bird sitting in his hand. And now in the Knight of Wands, he's flying in on a bird. So like birds normally represent like messengers, seeing the bigger picture, momentum, protection. So Devil is also in the reverse at the bottom. You're about to probably get a message from someone. Maybe it's a fire sign. We do have quite a bit of fire in this reading. Or Capricorn. Someone with Capricorn placements. They are your opposite. There's something trying to sway your decision. Or kind of in the moment when you're like, you've made up your mind. This individual comes in. And... it's like to try and lure you back into their trap. Look, okay, so Devil in the reverse with the Knight of Swords and then the King of Cups in the reverse. This is someone trying to pull on your emotions. This could also be representing a person that is very emotionally unstable, unpredictable, inconsistent, hot and cold, in and out. Like, this is somebody who you... could have been very attached to at some point. Or maybe there were codependencies, right? Someone's trying to like pull you back in. Pull you, suck on your energy, pull you back on in. Pull at your heartstrings. Get you to feel sorry for them. Or, pull back whatever emotions that are still there. They're trying to dig that back up. Look, here we got this Page of Pentacles again. I was going to say horse. It's not a horse, it's a dog. But they're like trying to dig up whatever you've buried or like you've kind of like let rest in peace. They're trying to revive it or like bring it back up. We got Scorpio coming out with the Tower card and also Death. So I did accidentally almost call you Scorpio. And now we're seeing some Scorpionic energy. So that could be where someone's refusing to accept this change or accept that you've changed. You've changed your mind. You've had a change of heart. You've made a decision. You were wavering. You went back and forth. But then once you made up your mind, like, that's it. But now it's like someone's trying to change your mind. But it feels also someone's trying to protect themselves. Again, I'm getting protection. He's like in full armor. What the heck? They're trying to protect themselves from what? From being seen is what I heard. Someone's trying to like get you to see them in a certain light. You see through them though. You see through their ways. What's going on for Cancer? Look, and then we have Magician flipping out in the reverse. That fell out on top of Justice and the Three of Wands. So you are dealing with some kind of trickster energy. Three of Cups is at the bottom. We also have High Priestess and the Hierophant. There could, and I never, if you're new to this channel, I never really talk about this because, everyone's situation is different. It has to be very specific cards that come out before I'll mention a third party or like a hidden relationship or the other woman, the other man, whatever the fuck. But Three of Cups, High Priestess, Hierophant does scream a hidden contract, hidden marriage, hidden people involved. Even if it wasn't like, cheating, but like this does feel kind of scandalous. And that's why it was left in the dark. Ooh, look, even the Hermit underneath that. Like, someone didn't want to be caught, basically. Magician in the reverse. They want their cake, and they want to eat it, too. I hate that saying. I don't know. I don't like it. Not my phrase, but Magician in the reverse, paired with the Three of Wands and Justice. This is like justice being served, what you were anticipating all along, dealing with this individual. They probably pulled you off track and they made you doubt yourself. That's the thing. This person could have put you on a pedestal just to yank you down. Someone that made you feel a lot smaller, made you feel you weren't being seen accurately. Like they were judging your character, bring you out of your character even. Oh, this could have been someone that had substance issues, like abusive substance, like you really drinking a lot, party a lot. Maybe they don't have the best circle of influence in their life. I feel like this is somebody that's very secretive too. High Priestess and the Hierophant. Like this could be somebody that maybe didn't want to introduce you to like certain friends or certain family, or they kept things very secretive, or like on the down low, or maybe there's someone that's like, I don't use social media, or like they very selective of what they reveal or what they show others or what they show you even. I don't know, there feels like a lot of like secrets and shit. So I know that this fell out on the Justice and Three of Wands, but if we just put it kind of in the order of these cards that have come out, this Knight of Wands with the Magician in the reverse is someone that's trying to distract you and pull you off track, trying to change your mind. Like, and notice how, like, look at this, the Two of Wands, he's leaning towards this birdie. Little birdie is like, hey, this path, it's pretty obvious. This is the direction. I know you've been on the fence, like you've been kind of wavering, going back and forth, but you're getting confirmation, like, yep, that's it. That's the way. That's the direction. That's the move. That's the call. And here we got this guy trying to come on in, trying to steer you in a different direction, make you doubt yourself completely, doubt your intuition completely, listen to what everybody else is saying, listen to the peanut gallery. We know better. We know more than you. Listen to me. I have more knowledge, more information. Therefore, don't trust yourself. Trust me. Just trust me, bro. Cite your source. Trust me, bro. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's like another way we could look at this. If it's not anybody else and it's literally just you, this is where you're psyching yourself out. Backing away from like your intuition. Don't do that. Don't you do that. What's going on for Cancer this next month? And then we have the Six of Wands coming out. There's the peanut gallery, and that also, it did fall out again on Justice, Three of Wands. I don't know. And look, the bird on the shoulder. What's with all the birds? Maybe you're really connected to bird energy. Maybe you have like a bird house, or like you feed birds, or I don't know, maybe you got bird tattoo. Birds feathers could be really relevant, or like bird just like looking at you today. whenever you come across this. Maybe there's one that just like sings to you. It's like someone doesn't want you to be successful, or someone's wanting you to like be their puppet, but you're not a puppet. You're not a puppet on a string. You're not someone that can be controlled or easily like swayed. Even other people's opinions. Like at the end of the day, I see that you're rising up from this. You're leading by example. You seem to be coming into some sort of recognition. There seems to be some, and for those that are you're maybe like dealing with like legal stuff, court stuff, and I don't really read for that shit, but if it comes up, I'll mention it. Like, I do see a positive outcome for you, however that might play out, whatever best case scenario is. I do see like justice and the Six of Wands would either, if it's like a yes or no question, it would be a yes. If you're waiting on some sort of result or information, a call, this would definitely be confirmation, especially with this Three of Wands. This would be confirming you're getting that news. Magician reverse and the Six of Wands. I don't know if someone's trying to change how others view you. Like, if this is someone that is trying to like talk about you, changing how others view you because they couldn't get the reaction from you that they wanted, so they're trying to sway the crowd, manipulate the crowd. I don't know, this is a weird this is weird stuff. Strength, and you might be dealing with a Leo. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Look, the Page of Wands. Look at the birds again. The birds. The bird is the word, apparently, in this reading. This is like... I'm just noticing, because I haven't used this deck in a while. There's like these dead bodies. Oh, there's like this flame, or maybe you can say it's a volcano. Who knows? But there's like these dead bodies. They like look like people that have... like, they didn't survive. They didn't survive the battle or the test, or they were left behind, or like you left them behind because they didn't have the best interest in you. And so you're like rising up. You seem to be like, again, here you are like protecting yourself, protecting your investments. Maybe this is about your money. Maybe this is about a property, estate. This could be about your, I don't know why I'm hearing pregnancy. That's not literally what I wanted to say, but I was trying to find the word and I heard like pregnancy. Okay. What the fuck was I don't know what I was going to say. It's gone. But Eight of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. It's like you're so determined, and you're not someone that's just going to give up or quit or walk away when you're invested in your future and invested in like your overall well-being and like the people that you love and you care deeply about and very strongly. Like, you're fully committed, fully locked in. There's something here, like an achievement that you're making. Like, they couldn't stop you. They couldn't slow you down. Who's they? You can fill the blanks. You know who they are. I don't know. This is where we're gonna clarify a little bit, because oh fuck, we're already at like 30 minutes. What? Okay, I think what's the most important thing we should look into? Let's look into this decision, this Two of Pentacles reverse, this Two of Wands. See what this could be. What is this choice that Cancer is making over this next month? Queen of Wands reverse. So I honestly am getting the sense like you're pulling back your energy, you're backtracking, you're not giving so much. And we did talk about that with the Oracle cards at the beginning, and we have Temperance at the bottom, which is all about neutralizing, bringing things back into balance, and just like, it is energy of like co-creating with the divine. So there's only so much you can do, and you kind of have to like let go. Divine timing, big factor here. Sagittarius energy as well. A lot of fire in this reading. We said that earlier. What's this choice Cancer has to make? What's this choice Cancer's making? We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is about what you're nurturing here. What you're growing. What's worth your energy, your time, your care. Judgment, and then the Tower. Yeah, I mean, okay. So, like, basically what we've been saying in this reading, there was, like, an imbalance in your energies, masculine, feminine energies, and it just feels with this combination, there's someone you may not be in alignment with anymore. And maybe this is between you and a sister. Like, I'm seeing 2 feminine energies possibly as well. It doesn't have to be, but it does talk about a decision you're making about where you're giving your care, your love, your time, your energy, your money, your effort, and a decision that you're making that is going to add value and stability in your life. If it takes away from those things, clear indication that's what you need to remove yourself from or give less to, little by little. If you something you can't just cut off cold turkey, full, like cut the head off the snake. This is something you slowly have to give a little bit less each and every day. Just a little bit less, and I see like this could be very exhausting or like mentally draining or irritating, frustrating. But this is a time where Spirit's like taking a magnifying glass. It's like, yo, is this it? Are you truly satisfied? Are you being pushed into this bubble and you can't expand and you're unable to grow and you're just kind of like in this world that's not really like living? You're not living. You're just existing. Like, and so the Tower after that, it's like, it's time for a change. And like, you know it. It's time for a change. You've been either resisting this or you've been in a situation where you have been stuck and it's time to make a motherfucking change. Like... And that's your wish here, Star. You want things to be better. You desire more for yourself, for your love, for your future, for your family. Like, you deserve that and more. So the Star, Ace of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, to the 9 of Cups. So there's some things you're going to have to look at, right? In order to have this wish, which, by the way, we got a Wish sandwich over here. I know I'm not talking about that app. Y'all remember Wish? Like, with a shopping app? Before, like, Amazon or Temu. It's like... expectation versus reality. Anyways, wishes, right? This is your wish. In between that, we have the Ace of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles. There's some things you're gonna have to take a look at. There's some actions you're gonna have to take, and it might be kind of ugly. It might be uncomfortable. It might not entirely be the greatest in the moment, right? But this is like the fire that's been lit under your ass. The fire has been lit. It's time for a freaking change. It's time to take action. Okay, so now we have the Emperor and the 10 of Swords. So maybe we go back to masculine energy in the reverse. In what ways have you been giving your power away? In what ways have this situation, person, have they been making you weaker and weaker and weaker, like kicking you down, draining your freaking energy so that you don't even have the strength to walk away or strength to stand up for yourself, right? We're not continuing that. So Emperor, the 10 of Swords, you gotta rise up. You gotta get strong. You gotta build yourself up. Know who the fuck you are. And 10 of Swords, you gotta end it. You gotta walk away. You gotta kill this version of yourself or this identity or this belief or this contract, this commitment, this marriage, this relationship, this place, this like whatever this is. And there might be multiple things. Oh my god. Like, I think that there could actually, 7 of Cups, there might be multiple things that are just killing you. Like, killing your soul. Like, just taking your energy away. Sucking the life out of you. It might be multiple things. And so that's where you're probably like, oh, I just don't know where to start. I just don't know where to begin. Like, I have this, I got that, I got this. Like, start with the smallest. Ooh, or, I don't know. You know what? That's up for you to decide. I'm not going to tell you what to fucking do. I ain't gonna tell you what to do. 9 of Pentacles, though, take your time. Slow and steady. Be patient with yourself, because a lot of these changes probably not gonna just happen overnight. That would be wonderful, right? You snap your fingers, it's all gone. You never have to think about it or deal with it ever again. That would be wonderful, but that's just not the situation. It's not so simple. So this might take time. It will take time. Months, maybe years, depending on how big or how entangled you are in this don't be afraid to ask for some help. Eight of Pentacles, there is support. You have people behind you. Legally, you're being supported for those dealing with legal shit. You have a community. You have love. You have good friends. You have family. You got me. You got this community, right? At the bare minimum, if nothing, you're like, I got no one, Jade. You got us. Everybody come around, Cancerians, rise up, right? And even the other signs, cross-watching, or, you know, like, we here together. We in this together. You're not alone. You aren't. And even your spirit guides. If you're like, I am alone, you got your spirit guides. Give them some credit. Give them some credits. And some of you are like, where are they? Right? That's a good question. Where are they? They're there. You just gotta open yourself up to connecting with them. Anyways, whatever your situation is, you got this. A lot of changes taking place over these next couple of months. Mercury retrograde in your sign could be a little crazy. It could be a little bit crazy. It's gonna be alright. Alright, I love you. I'm gonna leave a reading here. Have an amazing day. Private readings are also available down below. And I shall see you later. Have a great ass day. Alright, bye-bye.